mindset always positive. So yeah, it's a challenge for us, but we are improving, and tomorrow is a big test.
Thank you.
Mi nadhani kwamba kuna situation ambazo zinaendana kutokana na mchezo, lakini mimi ningependa kukuomba mzee wangu, kesho njoo mapema pale umuone Prince Dube mpya. Asante.
Can we take it to the young gentleman there?
Coach, Zanzibar and captain, my question, Yanga licha ya kwamba inapata matokeo, bado kuna baadhi ya mashabiki hawaridhishwi na kile ambacho mnakuwa mnakionyesha katika pitch. Labda nyinyi kama wachezaji, nyinyi mmekipanga kuwadhihirishia wananchi kwamba Yanga ambayo wanaitaka ndio wanakwenda kuiona siku ya kesho na mechi zinazoendelea?
Kwanza kikubwa ni kufanya vizuri katika mchezo wa kesho, lakini timu kubwa inachotakiwa ni kupata matokeo, ijalishi imekuwa katika situation gani. Kwa hiyo sisi kama wachezaji ni wajibu wetu kufanya vizuri katika mchezo wa kesho, lakini kuweza kupata matokeo mazuri. Ninachoamini kesho tutapata matokeo mazuri na tutafanya vizuri katika mchezo huo.
Thank you. Do we have any other questions from the floor? Is it a follow-up? Is it a question? Okay, we can give him the mic.
Anders, coach, you mentioned about mentality of the players. Yeah, I want to know, first of all, do you consider playing in a death group, your group which you have now? Do you call it a death group? And then my question is, you have a team from Egypt, you have a team from Morocco, and these countries, they are
Algeria.
They are very good in fighting psychological war. Besides playing in the pitch, they have a psychological war outside the pitch and inside the pitch. And I think you know that. Have you prepared your players to fight against this psychological war, to avoid having them getting a yellow card or red card, or the style of this team from the Egypt and Morocco, the way they're playing? How do you prepare that, to avoid that, because this is a group matches?
Yeah, it's true, and it's very true what you said. We must focus in the performance, in our behaviors. We must enjoy what we do. It's not a question to have afraid from nobody, but we are there to play football and enjoy to play football. So our energy is for play football. Sure, be clever, be smart, controlling, managing the atmosphere, but first of all, control our mindset and our behaviors. It's very important. So it's a challenge for everybody, and sometimes understand we are in the field. It's not like being in the street. It's in the field, and in the field, sometimes to win, some teams use I consider not so good practicals. But anyway, as I said, our focus is all in our performance and keep our mindset positive and enjoying what we are doing. We must be strong, we must be sometimes like a warriors, but positive and play positive football. That is what we are trying always to do. And tomorrow, with the challenge game, it's our proposal.
Do you consider this a group of death?
Yeah, sure. I think it's not only me. But anyway, if we want to stay between the better ones, we need to challenge ourselves to play with the better ones. So let's do it.
Are we going to take one last question and then we're going to close the press conference?
Sorry, coach. Small question. I think you have already analyzed your squad. Do you think you have a right squad to win African Champions League?
Well, since I arrived here in Tanzania, I think is a big desire for everyone. And the supporters of Yanga have that desire, that dream. So step by step, I believe in the power of that Yanga nation to work on that. For sure, we must improve a lot, but we are in the way. So we hope as soon as possible we have that capacity to achieve that level, and could be this year. Let's do it. Let's taste ourselves, but always with a positive mindset. This is very important. And always thinking about what we must to do to increase our level inside the pitch, outside the pitch. But one thing is true, Yanga have a lot of power to do that.
Thank you so much, Coach Pedro. Thank you so much, Dixon. And I just want to apologize again to the media for that change in training times for Yanga. They will be training today at 5:30. So yeah, that's all. Thank you so much. We'll have the ASFAR press conference shortly. Thank you. Testing. Oh.
Chuo cha Utawala wa Umma Zanzibar IPA kinawatangazia wanafunzi wote waliomaliza masomo yao kwa ngazi ya astashahada, stashahada na shahada ya kwanza kwa mwaka wa masomo 2024-2025. Sherehe yao ya mahafali ya 18 yatafanyika siku ya Jumatano sawa na tarehe 26 Novemba mwaka huu katika ukumbi wa Dr. Ali Mohamed Shein Tunguu Zanzibar kuanzia saa 2 kamili asubuhi. Wahitimu wote wanatakiwa kushiriki mazoezi ya maandalizi, yani rehearsal, tarehe 25 Novemba mwaka huu chuoni Tunguu saa 2 kamili asubuhi. Wahitimu, wazazi, walezi na wananchi wote mnakaribishwa katika mahafali hayo.
IPA, kituo mahiri kwa utumishi wa umma.
Hello, hello.
driver.
You can just switch on your mics before you talk. Can you please kindly settle down? We're going to begin with our second press conference. Apologies again for in terms of the time. Our team just got lost in the stadium. It is a big stadium after being revamped. Thank you for staying for this press conference. It is the second press conference of match number 96 between Young Africans of Tanzania and ASFAR of Morocco. On my left, I have Coach Alexandra Santos, as well as the player Yunus Abdelhamid. And they are going to do the same thing. They're just going to help us look ahead of the game tomorrow. And then after they are done, we are going to open the floor for questions. And then we have a translator as well in case someone has an issue with English, that the translator will translate questions to the player using French. So again, I will ask that your phones remain on silent until the end of the press conference. Thank you. Coach, thank you so much. Welcome to Zanzibar, and thank you for joining us for our press conference. I was just talking to the Young Africans coach earlier, and we were talking about how important it is to start a group on a good note in order for you to be in control of the group and not depend on other teams to do this, but to make sure that you are in control. Just how are you feeling? Do you share the same sentiments? And how are you feeling ahead of the game tomorrow?
Hello. Good morning, everyone. Nice to be here. It's my first time in Zanzibar, not in Tanzania, but in Zanzibar is the first time. We are very delighted to be here to prepare the first game, our first game of stage group. Our expectation is a very difficult game because every time in Champions League are the best teams of Africa, and every games are very difficult. Tomorrow will be hard because, of course, a very strong team. We will face a very strong team, the best team of Tanzania in the last years. The weather it will be difficult to very hard adaptation to our players to this kind of weather. But it's what it is football, and we have to adapt, and we have to go forward and to play the best we can, and our best game, our best way to face young Africans is to play better than them, or is to fight more than them, is to fight and to face eyes to the eyes, and we have to do it. Of course, as my colleague and friend Pedro Gonçalves told, for sure, it's very important to start well, to start with a victory, but both teams for sure will play to start the stage group winning. We know it's very difficult for both of teams because both of teams want the best stage group to go in front, but we are in the first game, and as usual we face every kind of teams with the same idea. The idea is to win every games. Now we are here to face young Africans and to be better than them, but we know it will be very difficult because they are strong. They are a very strong team. They are, as I said, the best team of Tanzania. Last 2 seasons in Champions League was very good performance. But as I said, and I think as you know, our team plays every time to win, every time to be better than the opponent, regardless the opponent, regardless the difficulties, regardless the weather, regardless everything can happen during the game. We are here to be our team, to be our usual team that we want to win, because we need to win as young Africans. Everybody wants to win the first game. Everybody wants to win the games of Champions League, and for sure will be a very tough game, but will be also a very intensity game and a very demanding game. And I hope we could, in the end of the game, be proud of us and start with a victory for sure. But let's see. We are ready to do the maximum and do the best to get our goals and leave Zanzibar with a very good result.
Thank you, Coach. Yunus, I'm just going to pose the same question to you. Just how are the players feeling ahead of the game tomorrow? Not sure if you're good with that, or do you want them to? You want our translator to translate it? Okay, it's okay. Please switch on your mic. Thank you.
Good morning. For sure, the first game on each competition is the most important for us and for Yoga African. It's an important game to be actor and to lead the group. Donc we have ambition to do better than last year in this competition, and therefore it's a game important. And we know also we have a tough group with 4 great teams. Donc each game it will be difficult, and it starts tomorrow with a big team of Tanzania, Young African. Donc yes, like said the coach, the first game is important, and we prepare good and we train good to do a good game tomorrow and to start good this competition.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Yunus. We're now going to open the floor for questions. Please raise your hand and let us know who you're directing your question to. Can we get the mic to the gentleman with an orange T-shirt, please?
Yes, Coach. My name is Salum Pelembo from Magic FM and Channel 10. Coach, most of the times teams away from their home in Africa, when they play away, they slow down the tempo, they do delay tactics, trying to reduce the pressure from the opponents. What should we expect from you tomorrow? Are we going to see an intense game trying to match what Young Africans is going to do at their home ground?
That is a really Champions League match. We are a team in a country that we need a very good performance to be in the first of 2 positions to reach the Champions League. We got that in the last season. Now in the last season, as Yunus said, we did a very good job in the Champions League. Almost reached the semi-finals. It will be less 1 goal to reach the semi-finals of Champions League. We lost against Pyramids, I think you know that. But this season is this season. Young Africans, the last 2 seasons, did a very great job in Champions League. Young Africans show in the last seasons that is a team of Champions League. We also, it will be the 2nd season in a row in stage group. We want to start well. The game will be very difficult for different reasons. The first reason is, as Yunus said, the group maybe, in my opinion, I think in your opinion also, is a very tough group, because the first, the 4 teams could reach the same goal, or every team wants the same goal, pass to the quarterfinals and have a capability or ability to do that. We are here to start and to make the first and to play the first game of 6, but every 3 points is very important. We can win outside, we can play very well outside, even the weather is not easy for us, but is what it is. We have to adapt, we have to control that difference for usual weather of our country. But it's not only the weather. Young Africans has a very good players, very strong players, very good collective. They show a typical way to play when the team is the strongest of the country, with a lot of ball possession, but with a lot of strong in counter-attack, a very speed players, and for sure will be a very tough game for both sides. Will be a game where the balance between defensive and offensive work could make the difference. It will be a game where it's difficult to know what will really happen, because every team, both team could fight, could win the game, and we are here to be better than them, because we play for every time for winning, and I expect a very tough game. But that is a kind of games where the teams could improve, could show the best, and for sure will be a very representative of Champions League game tomorrow, for sure.
Thank you, Coach. Can you please bring the mic? We're going to come. Okay, we can give it to him because he's close, and then we're going to come to the sir over there.
Bonjour. Donc je vais poser la question en français parce qu'on a besoin de français. Donc, monsieur,
translator, please get ready for.
On sait que c'est un match très très difficile, coach. Quels sont les tuyaux pour avoir un bon résultat avec les conditions que vous avez parlé, climatiques et un adversaire très 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 fort? Et pour la question pour Younes Abdelhamid. Bon, tu as l'expérience, surtout avec la sélection marocaine. Qu'est-ce qu'on peut dire sur ce match et comment vous avez abordé cette expérience dans le groupe avant ce match-là?
Thank you.
Amejaribu kuuliza kwamba coach anajua kwamba ana mechi ngumu na anajiandaje kwa mechi hiyo ambayo ni ngumu, kwa kujua kwamba msimu uliopita alifika hatua nzuri, lakini msimu huu anajiandaaje. Pia kauliza kwa mchezaji kwamba anajua kwamba ana uzoefu wa kutosha kwenye mashindano haya, kwa hiyo kama wachezaji wamejipangaje kwa ajili ya wao kuweza kufanya vizuri.
You can go ahead and answer, coach. Was it for coach? You can go ahead, Younes.
Dans un premier temps, c'est mon premier match en Champions League, c'est une compétition que je découvre, mais j'ai eu la chance de venir ici plusieurs fois dans plusieurs pays africains avec l'équipe nationale marocaine et de jouer aussi en Tanzanie, d'affronter la Tanzanie dans différentes compétitions, que ce soit pour les éliminatoires ou pour la Coupe du Monde, Coupe d'Afrique ou même pour la dernière Coupe d'Afrique en Côte d'Ivoire. Donc voilà, c'est un pays dans lequel je suis déjà venu. Maintenant, par rapport à l'expérience, c'est simple. On sait que dans toute compétition, le premier match, c'est le plus important. Peu importe la compétition, Coupe d'Afrique, Ligue Europa ou Champions League, le premier match, c'est le plus important pour déjà engranger de la confiance pour l'équipe, pour notre travail, et ensuite continuer à travailler et essayer d'aller chercher au plus vite cette qualification. Donc le plus important, c'est que tout le groupe prenne conscience que c'est un match très important, et surtout dans l'adversité qu'il y a en Afrique, que ce soit avec Young Africans, Ahli et FC Kabylie. Là aujourd'hui on est en Tanzanie pour affronter Young Africans. Comme a dit le coach, c'est une équipe très forte, très technique, très rapide, et c'est aussi ce que je pense aussi du football tanzanien après les avoir affrontés à plusieurs reprises. Donc c'est un football où il y a beaucoup de qualité, donc on doit être concentré sur notre travail bien sûr, parce que nous aussi on a des qualités, et voilà, rester concentré et tout donner pour repartir d'ici avec un bon résultat.
Tumekuja mara kwa mara Tanzania na tumeshiriki kwenye mashindano mbalimbali ya kutafuta nafasi ya kwenda AFCON. Tumekuja kucheza timu ya taifa, kwa hiyo tumeshapata nafasi ya kuja Tanzania mara kwa mara. Kwa hiyo uzoefu huo nao, lakini cha msingi ni kwamba mechi ya kwanza ni muhimu kuweza kushinda, na tunatumaini kwamba walimu wetu wamefanya kazi kubwa kwa kuweza kutuwezesha hilo, na nafikiri itaweza kutupa kujiamini tukiwa tumefanya vizuri katika mchezo wa kwanza.
Thank you. Can you take that?
Hello. Hi, Coach. My name is Abdallah Majura. I'm here. Yeah. Yeah, you said that, you admit that young Africans...
Wait. I have to answer to the journalist of Morocco. Okay, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Wait a little bit. I have to answer.
Yes.
Yeah. Ok. C'est facile de comprendre que sont deux équipes qui s'habituent à gagner beaucoup de fois pendant la carrière, pendant la saison. Nous avons fait un début de saison au moment très bien joué. On a fait beaucoup de points à notre championnat. Young Africans aussi sont deux équipes qui viennent d'une bonne dynamique de victoire. Sont deux équipes qui s'habituent à jouer chaque match pour gagner, pour contrôler l'adversaire le plus possible, mais avec tout le respect et l'humilité de venir jouer ici contre les meilleures équipes de Tanzanie. On a besoin de jouer notre match, on a besoin de disputer chaque balle comme les dernières balles, on a besoin de se concentrer sur notre capacité de jeu, sur notre capacité de mettre notre type de jeu qu'on préfère et s'adapter à le climat, s'adapter à l'adversaire, mais toujours avec l'ambition de gagner, avec la responsabilité de faire notre mieux et de disputer vraiment la victoire. C'est notre objectif maximal, c'est venir ici, faire un grand match, être vraiment concentré et rigoureuse sur le terrain parce que la Ligue des Champions c'est le maximum niveau d'Afrique et quelques petites erreurs faire la différence. Nous voudrons faire un grand match, un match de qualité et un match vraiment de Ligue des Champions où on a besoin d'être sérieuse, rigoureuse et efficace. C'est le plus important pour demain et Inch'Allah on va réussir ça et on va sortir d'ici avec une belle victoire, Inch'Allah.
Tumekuwa na mwendelezo wa kufanya vizuri lakini pia timu ya Yanga nayo imekuwa ina matokeo mazuri hapa karibuni, inafanya vizuri. Kwa hiyo ni mchezo ambao tunategemea utakuwa mgumu na wa ushindani, lakini kwa malengo makuu ni kwamba tunahitaji kuweza kufanya vizuri katika mchezo huo. Tunajua kwamba mashindano haya ni mashindano makubwa katika level ya Afrika na kwa maana hiyo ni kwamba ushindi utakuwa ni jambo zuri katika timu kuweza kufanya.
Thank you. You can now give the gentleman. Thank you.
Hi Coach, my name is Abdallah Majura. According to the record, it looks that it's about 40 years ago since FAR Rabat won African Champions League. It was about 1985. So do you think this time you can win the title again? That is one. Number two, you admit that Young Africans is the strong team. What's about your side? Is it a weak team or also is a strong team? And if Young Africans is a strong team, maybe you have some names of players. Maybe you think that tomorrow will give you a hard time.
Thank you for your question. Very curiosity. We were the first team in Morocco won the Champions League, but it was a long time ago. The most important is in the new Champions League, after starts the stage group, after start the Champions League in Africa, more competitive as now, as we face now. We did 3 times in stage group. This is the 2nd time in a row. It's very important to be in the best teams of Africa. It's very important ASFAR keep going the work that did in the last decade or in the last 5-6 years, with more titles, with more ability to win the titles, with more presence, more quality in to be in the Champions League, because it needs to be very strong in our country to be here to play the stage group. And we are here to fight. We are here to win, because every teams are in the Champions League with a lot of strength. Of course, there are weakness. Every teams are the both sides, strong and the strength and the weakness, but we have to be better than the opponents. Of course, we are one team that we have to admit our strengths. We have to be responsibly to face our fans, that our fans want to win the Champions League. And for sure, the ambition is inside and outside of the club to be better than the others. Tomorrow we will face young Africans. As you know, a lot of quality players, a lot of ambition. You changed short time ago the coach for a Portuguese coach as me, but tomorrow we will fight with our weapons, with our strengths, with our players. We have a good players. Young Africans have a good players, and we will see which team will be better tomorrow, which team will win. But for sure, the both teams want to win. We have to show inside of the pitch we want more, we could more, and we are better. That is our intention. If we wait for a strong team, yes, for sure. The 4 teams of the group are very strong. We have Al Ahly, we have Kabylie with a long history in Champions League. We are here with our ambition, and very strong ambition. Before what we did in the last season, we want more, but now is to focus on our game against young Africans. Is the only important game for us, is to play better than them tomorrow and to score one goal more than the opponent to win the game. It's our goal, and we have to look for ourselves. We study young Africans better than we can, or more than we can, and we will do our best, and for sure will be a tough game, but will be a very rich game. For sure will be a very good game for the supporters that come to the stadium and can follow into television.
Thank you, Coach. Do we still have any other further questions? Can you give the gentleman there?
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mudakir Simba. I'm a journalist from Zanzibar Broadcasting Corporation. I have one only question. In your 5 recent match, you have a clean sheet, but you are going to play against Young Africans, and Young Africans is one among the best teams, has a lot of talented players. Have you performed enough research on the players you are going to face, and how can you ensure us you can have a clean sheet in the next match and tomorrow?
Sorry, can you please repeat the question? The coach just didn't understand the goal, the main question, the main part of the question.
I say you, in your recent matches, 5 matches in Botora Pro, you have a clean sheet. So you are going to play against young Africans, and there is a lot of players, most talented players like Pacome Zouzoua, Andy Boyer. Do you perform enough research to ensure like you are going to mark them in good and you have a clean sheet in the next match and tomorrow?
Sorry. Okay, sorry about that, but I try to understand very well what you mean and what you want about your question. Your question is about the quality of the players in young Africans or in the team. We are more interested in understand how young Africans play. When the coach study, when the technical staff study and get the most important information about young Africans, we see the players, but we see, or we try to see the most of important of collective play, the collective way to play. How it will be the difference between the last coach and the new coach. How it will be the patterns of the playing of young Africans. Of course, we have to understand, we have to study, we have to analyze some specific players because some of them are more or were more important in the last games to reach the better performance of young Africans, are more have more influence in the way of playing of the team. But we are interested more in the strengths of young Africa and the points that we could avoid or we could profit to get the best result. Of course, I know some of the players or some of the most important players of young African, but the most important is to see how we can win the team of young Africans, not the player X or the player some specific player, because we never know if in this game tomorrow could play other players or other player that maybe you think or you don't see as the important players come to the most important player of the game. The most important is to understand how the team plays, how the team improve or how the team change some things with the new coach, because we know the new coach has new ideas for sure, as usual, and we want to win the young Africans, not to avoid or not to block or not to have more careful with 1 or 2 players. The most important in Champions League is the collective way of playing, is the strong of the team, is the strong of the collective, not the individual players. Sometimes, of course, and the most of the times, the individual players could make the difference, but inside of collective way of playing. That is most important than individual stars or individual players better than the others. Okay?
Thank you, Coach. I believe we have no further questions. If there are no further questions, thank you, Coach Alexandra. Thank you, Eunice. This brings us to the end of our press conference. Thank you to the media.
Thank you.